Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver. It's Look Who It Is, and welcome back to World of Horror. I received a terrifying comment, the malicious smiley face of keep the member poll tied, so that I have no idea what to do. I don't know. Listen, if those 3 returning games are tied, what would be more impressive is if there were 2 votes in each of them, because that would be possible. So that it's just like the will of the true will of the people. That would be terrifying. It seems like we're gonna have a specific winner on the new game poll. We're gonna have a specific winner for that one. And honestly, I'm looking forward to it. And I think since the polls, so here's the thing, the polls are gonna end on, well, technically the 17th, but you can't vote on the 17th. Like, if it's the 17th, it's too late to vote, right? Which, by the way, you know, members, you can still vote. You can still vote. Please don't leave it at a 1-1-1, 33%, 33%, 33%. I would cry. So since it ends at the 17th, right? What I'm thinking, what I'm cooking up in my devious little mind, okay, is that we are going to play a random character, and we're going to pick a random class of 1980X. And we're just gonna pick Misery Worm. It's the Misery Worm arc. I don't care what we're doing as long as it's inconceivably sad and miserable. Eldritch Parasite. Can I just re-roll this one? I actually don't like Eldritch Parasite. No, we're gonna keep going. This is your episode. This is your run. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry in advance. With that being said, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So, I think what I'm gonna do is after the poll is Jover. After the polls are Jover, and whatever I end up deciding to do about the all members poll, we are going to probably start recording that week, and then next week will be when the videos start uploading. So the videos would probably come out. So let's say the poll's ending on the 17th, the Sunday, right? So it wouldn't be Christmas, because there's going to be a specific Christmas video. There's going to be one video on Christmas, and it's very specific. I already have it planned out. I know exactly what it's going to be. It is not going to be to everyone's taste, but it is the best Christmas gift that I can give. So there's going to be one video on the 25th. So I guess it would be the 26th then. So we would get, like, because I want to upload, I was thinking I want to have about, like, 3 videos or so. 3 or 4, like, 3 videos? I said once a week, right? So, for 2 different series. And then Luna Sid is there, too. So yeah, that would be 3 videos. That would be 3 extra videos. So I kind of want to do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, because I personally really like Tuesdays. Why do I really like Tuesdays? It's very simple. Charisma, final boss, seconds, dexterity, and strength. So everything but knowledge, which is horrible, because we are playing a character that starts with 7 knowledge, 8 if you're not on Harbinger of Doom. I think we're probably... how good is the Tainted Violin on Mimi? I actually don't know. I'm kind of curious to find out, because I feel like I need to... So here's the thing. I kind of rank characters by how... like, and this is spoilers for the tier list. I think characters that have access to attack speed are the best characters in the game, right? Consistent access to attack speed. I think those are the best characters in the game. However, I also want to rank characters on how well they use the Tainted Violin, because that is attack speed that you can put on any character. So anyways, the reason why I like Tuesday is because that used to be, I don't think they do it anymore, but it used to be something called Team Unity Tuesday. It was one of my favorite things, and I watched it every Tuesday. Every Tuesday, what I would do is I would make myself some nice food. I'd make myself a nice meal, homemade meal too, usually macaroni and cheese, because I'm a sucker for that. I'm a big sucker for that. And I would always start making the food around the start of the stream, because they would take a while to get going, get into the flow of things, get into the banter of things. and I would always make myself a nice meal, nice like full meal. Like I would make an event out of it. I would shower before the stream started. I would make dinner during the beginning of the stream, and then I would sit down to eat in the middle of the stream. And it was really great. I really loved Team Unity Tuesday. It was very fun. The personalities were great. And I don't think I missed many Team Unity Tuesdays at all. I think I watched most of them, because it started with PUBG, right? And then it went on to do, like, Minecraft, Call of Duty Warzone. There's a brief Terraria stint, which didn't last very long. But they eventually stopped doing it. And, you know, that was kind of sad. But, you know, series can't last forever. I do regret to say. And I just enjoyed Team Unity Tuesday. I thought, and I mean, they still play video games together, right? So it's like, you can still, but there was a magic to it, you know, it was Team Unity Tuesday. And I was a really big fan of that. I was really, really big fan of that. Oh yeah, I never demonstrated why I put the image up. I'll do that. We need to get a new image, by the way. Animation Masterclass is kind of overstayed its welcome. But yeah, no, but I've always liked Tuesday ever since then, right? Like, I've always liked Tuesday. And then, but here's the thing, you know, life moves on, life goes on, new things happen. Old things end, new things start, right? And now, Tuesday is my raid day. And so that's when I get to hang out with my static. And I really like my static. I really like everybody there. I really like doing Savage fights. I want to do more Savage fights. I'm planning to do more Savage fights, but a significant component of why I like doing Savage is the fact that I play with a good group. Sure, we're slow. We clear slowly. We haven't done Phase 2 yet. But, I mean, honestly, I'll be real with you. I haven't talked about P12S Phase 2 very often, because I've been mostly talking about World of Horror. P12S Phase 2 is actually, like, pretty easy. Like, I think Phase 1 is definitely harder. Like, for real. We've gotten to... What is it? It's like the weird, like, battleship mechanic where there's, like, fire. Is it, like, caloric? Yeah, we've gotten to caloric 1, and, like... Caloric 1 makes sense. Like, I haven't even watched a guide video on it, but it's like, I saw somebody clear the fight, and I'm like, okay, so you've got, like, people who need to spread, and then people who need to stack, but you can only move a certain way because then the fire happens. And I think I need to watch the guide for it for sure, but it makes sense. Also, UAV is one of the coolest mechanics, like, in the game, I think. Like, UAV, like, okay, visually, UAV is one of the coolest mechanics in the game. I should specify that, because it's not the coolest mechanic in the game, but I really, really do like UAV. I think UAV is, like, really neat. I love how it works. Funny Mask is really good. Oh, speaking of funny masks! We'll get into that later. I'm gonna keep rolling for it. There it is. Look who it is. I wanna see. Because, like, Mimi's a very good, like... She can do some pretty good stuff with her base knowledge and the scalpel already, so I think Tainted Violin is gonna be a nice little addition here. And we don't have to spend 80 million Doom looking for a weapon, so that's pretty cool too. But UAV is so fun. UAV is such a cool mechanic visually, because it's like... Spoiler alert for P12S Phase 2. You're, like, on a planet that gets cut in half, and then you're, like, super tiny, but the arena is super small. And so you just have this, like, massive, like, galaxy-sized deity hanging over your head as her tentacles wrap around the planet, and how she, like, arranges her tentacles is how, like, the fight goes, and, like, how you have to dodge. And I'm like, it is so sad that, like, most people who play that are never going to experience it. Like, for real, we're going to take the 65% chance here. I'm willing to do this a couple times. Because, like, genuinely speaking, I think that's one of the coolest things. I genuinely think that, like, visually speaking, that is so neat. It's so neat. Like, I was nerding out about it to a friend who doesn't even play Final Fantasy XIV. I was like, hey, can I watch you raid? This is really cool. And it's like, oh my god, it's so cool. Like, P12S is kind of dragged on and worn out its welcome a little bit, because we've been on it for so long. But, like, it's really good. It's really good. It's such a good fight. And here's the thing. I did not like P8S when I was doing it. I thought it was bad, and I didn't like Phase 2. I thought Phase 2 was interesting, but I didn't really like it. In post, I have a lot of fondness for P8S. I actually really like P8S. I think it's a really good fight. But doing P12S, besides just it taking a little bit longer than I would like, it actually, like, it hasn't overstayed its welcome, and I still actively enjoy the fight. I don't like wiping to Super Chain 2A or 2B, because I don't think that's fun, but, like, yeah, we can just get the village lowered. We can just lower the village's threat level as a little treat. What does Flashbacks do? It's plus 4% Doom for dexterity. I almost want to do this, like, just immediately. Call me crazy, but just dab me up with that, okay? Just dab me up with that. Just plus 1% Doom, minus 2 stamina. And then we do a little bit of this, and then we're taking a lot of Doom for light healing that doesn't exist. But I genuinely think P12S Phase 2 is, like, really, really cool. And it looks comprehensible, too, which I think is one of the things that I find so interesting about it, is that a lot of Savage fights, when you watch them for the first time, especially, like, even something like P10S, like, you watch it for the first time, and I was thinking to myself, I wonder why they're doing the way that they're doing it, right? I understood it, but, like, I didn't really know the mechanics, what were happening, you know? Like, I could intuit why they were doing the things, but I couldn't really understand why. Like, you know what I mean? That's probably a horrible way to put it. I apologize. But it's like, I got it, but I also didn't get it. But, like, watching P12 Phase 2, I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, no, I see that. I can figure that out. I can do this. Well, watching something like, I mean, oh, God, you watch something like, I think we just send it. Like, as crazy as this sounds. Wait, hold on. Yeah. We take a little million damage as a treat. So this actually is going to do 7, right? This is going to do 7. So we can just do the exact same thing we tried to do last time, and then it failed. So we're just going to do it again. It worked this time, and we're feeling good about that. But yeah, no, I'm really geeking out about P12S. I think it's really, really cool. I can't wait to get back to raiding. But yeah, no, I really like Tuesdays. Tuesdays have been a pretty consistently good day. There's a lot of nice things that I'm involved in that happen on Tuesdays, and I want to keep it that way. I like Tuesdays being a nice day. And so Tuesday, you know, I want to upload a secondary video on Tuesday. Thursday, that's just what I randomly chose for the Lunacid video. It should probably be on the weekends, honestly. But it gives Josephine a decent amount of time, because she's busy, you know, and again, she's doing it for free. Like, that's crazy. Like, I've told this story before, where it's like, we were just in a VC, and she's like, hey, I can edit videos for you, and I'm like, I don't really know. And then, like a couple days later, she was like, hey, let me edit videos for you. I'm like, all right, fine. And now she's editing videos for me. So, you know, she opted into that situation. She did not take my initial skepticism. Well, it wasn't skepticism. She didn't take my original, whatchamacallit, for an answer. My hesitation for an answer. So, Kanoko Gatherer 2? Because I think Rioter was the first one, right? I will admit I'm focusing more on the commentary right now, which is pretty bad for Misery Worm. This is Mystery 1, by the way, but we don't have any spells, so I'm just more worried about what we've got going on in the future, potentially. We do have a charisma check, so this is just kind of a decent way to do it. It's everything but knowledge, so... which we want to level up knowledge, but I'm hoping that maybe the Tainted Violin kind of makes it to where we are less incentivized to level up knowledge, but not really, because it's, like, not that big of an increase, I suppose. We have to do Thaumaturgy Teacher second. Like, that's just sort of how it is. So, get rid of the prescription. Also, the reason why we had 2% Doom last time, it was a duplicate item glitch. This game has never handled having duplicate items very well. It's always handled duplicate items being a thing incorrectly. Originally, it would... I think it was like a way to permanently increase your inventory size, right? With the bricks. Like, whenever you equipped a brick and you had a brick in your inventory and you threw the equipped brick, you would, like, gain an inventory slot. And so you could just have, like, 80 inventory slots. And then it got changed to where if you had duplicate items in your inventory and you threw one of them, it would actually permanently decrease your inventory size, which was really weird. And then now it does stuff that I'm not even sure about, but it's like you have an item always or whatever. It's Sure, we buy these. We buy these. We buy these. Why not? Who knows what could happen? Who knows what could happen? The hospital being doomed is usually a pretty good thing, which is unhinged statement, I know, but you know, we're just kind of chilling. We're just kind of hanging out. We're helping the man go to the land that he understands, but we actually don't understand the land because I didn't take anatomy class. Which, as a nurse, I know that's a personal failing. I didn't go to anatomy class this semester, but, you know, I'm more concerned with amputating limbs and excising weird growths, which is within my right. It is indeed within my right. Okay, so we're just in hell, right? Like, this is of the harrowing variety. I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. I think we're just in hell. We hit these? No way. No way. Hold on. 85, 95? Sure, we missed. But that would have been cool. I think this might be crazy. We lost really, really badly. Because, well, how do I put this? We have 9 stamina, or 9 reason on Mystery 2. It really is a mystery to me how this could have happened, but, like, we just got really unlucky with how we've lost sanity over how the mysteries have gone. So, unfortunately, it is not a mystery of the druids for me and you. It is more or less... I love that song so much. It's the mystery of the druids, a mystery for me and you. Oh, the lyrics, the Scotland Yard is getting hairy. That's a great one. That's a banger lyric. Yeah, we hit these. Okay, we do not hit these. We do not hit those. Well, we're committed to the bit, so we actually do hit these. Thank you so much. And then we can just do this, which is not entirely helpful. I think the Tainted Violin on Mimi is in a little bit of a weird spot. Because, and this is true, hold on one moment. The problem is that we haven't, Superman getting beaten up is, you know, something or other, but we could have something else. We could have a different image. Okay, we could have a different image. Tell Schrodinger I survived. Hell yeah, brother. So we actually do block these, right? Yeah. Oh, hell yeah, that's tech. Look, we can have, we have insomnia, that's right. That's why. You just get insomnia, you lose the game. True and real, brother. True and real. Yeah, I don't think, we've got -6 sanity, guaranteed. Okay, here's the thing. If I play this run out, alright, I'm gonna do something that I don't normally do. If I play this run out, we're going to lose. Because we would have to complete, now hear me out here, on Harbinger of Doom, we would have to complete 3 mysteries where we only take... Well, we can't take any damage. If we take 1 sanity damage from now to 3 mysteries from now, guaranteed loss. 100% guaranteed loss because of insomnia. So, what are the odds that we complete 3 mysteries and we don't take any damage? Flawless. Flawless mysteries. We don't fail any sanity events. We don't get any cadavers. We don't get into any fights with sanity enemies. We don't take any sanity damage for 3 mysteries. And one of these mysteries, might I remind you, is Recluse, which is a ghost boss that does sanity damage. So, with that being said, and also there are many events in here where you just lose sanity, right? So, I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. I'm going to hold the Q key, and we're going to re-roll a run. Because I don't think, and this might be shocking, that Eldritch Parasite is a game mode that I like to play. And also, that I don't think that we had, like, literally 3 mysteries, one of them being Recluse, where we don't take any sanity damage. Not a single point of sanity damage whatsoever. If I played that run out, and we made it to Mystery 5, I would not give you another run. So that is the bargaining that we're going to have to go with here. I think this is one of the very, very few times I've given up on a run. It's literally impossible. Ayaka Exquisite Taste. Okay, Ayaka Exquisite Taste. This one is a little bit interesting because it's Charisma, Seconds, Dexterity, and maybe Strength, but there's also a final boss there. The thing about Ayaka is that she gets 80 million curses every single mystery. So we're kind of in a strange, just quite an odd spot. We gotta take Police Station. You've gotta take the History. Actually, do you have to take the History Club? I don't think you do, actually. No, you don't. But what else are you gonna take? You're not really gonna take anything else, so I think we're fine. Although, actually, how do we get a weapon? Now that I think about it, because, like, Police Station's mandatory. Do you just kick things to death? Do you just say, like, hey, we got Blood Mania, who cares? I think maybe this is what you say. I think this is the stance that you take. That is so weird. But, like, I think genuinely, though. Because, like, what else do you want me to do? Like, Police Station is so important. Like, if we don't take Police Station and we get a doomed forest and we get, like, 2 to 3 forest mysteries, we lose. Like, it's just game over. Like, you literally just lose. Like, the game is too hard now for you to not have this. So I think you just take it. I think you just rely on the fact that you have Blood Mania, and you pray to God that the Misery Worm doesn't give you the active curses thing. If the Misery Worm gives you the active curses thing, then, well, I mean, I don't know what to, I don't know what to tell you, actually. Yeah, no, I don't know what to tell you. Like, real. The, what on earth could I say? And I will admit, I'm stalling for time trying to find, that here we go. She's a threat. I don't know what YouTube video that's from, but that's such a funny thumbnail. As we spam click through here. If I remember, I'll show you what that looks like at the end of the game, how fast I click. But yeah, I think we're on cope right now. I think we just hope that Misery Worm never gives us the active curses thing. Because if it does, I think that's a guaranteed loss because we're playing Ayaka. But maybe we could try something. Do we have Violent Vigil? We do not have Violent Vigil. Violent Vigil would be something... We could take the wooden bat from the school. Not like... If we get the boss here, it's Jover, though. So, like, you know. So, you know. A little bit. Do we go Recluse just so that the ghost boss is easier to sever? No way, no way. There's not really a good starting mystery here. So maybe we do, yeah. We're not gonna abuse the glitch either, by the way. Each spell learned? Okay, we can deal with that. Now, Insomnia can go away because I don't want to deal with it. But, I mean, this is an interesting first mystery. I'm actually curious to see how this works out, even if we don't win this run, because I think it's very interesting to say, like, hey, look who it is, you know? Now, we should actually take the plushie, because this is actually really interesting, right? If you wanted to abuse this bug, right? If you want to... Oh, that's minus... Oh, whoops. If you wanted to abuse this bug, right? What you could do... is you could get, because when you use it, I'm pretty sure it saves it. Like, it banks it as, like, you have a curse removal, right? You could just get, like, a full storage inventory of these plushies, and you could just use them all, and you could just get rid of every single curse in the game, right? Like, you could do that. You could legitimately do that. And so, I think... Oh, God. Oh, no, you have to click another time. Right. And now we go in there. Now we check behind the bed. So you could literally just stockpile these. Like, when you use this, it gives you curse removal, right? Now, I'm pretty sure that stacks. So you could just, like, use 80 of these and then just get rid of your curses whenever you would need to. We're not going to offer the stuffed toy. I don't really... We're throwing that away. I need to learn the apartment events here because these events are, like, static. You get them, like, every single time. Do we take a panic attack here just to get our money? But, like, yeah, that's for the monument, though. Like, I think we do take those. It's very weird. And also, we can use this as money for the whatchamacallit. We're not sacrificing the toy. I would rather use this as curse removal. Let's look who it is. So we can do 6 damage, or we could do 8. Or we could do 8. You ever think about that? Or we could do 8. I mean, we're gonna have to do this again, which is a little bit weird. They're beating our ass in the quote retweets, but this is just something that exists, yeah? This is just something that exists. That is just something that happened. We are out here, we are living. Told him you were living. And that's, yeah, that was weird. That was a weird one. I think you'd probably want a character that starts with 8 knowledge if you were gonna do that one in the future. But also, like, doesn't Sever Kick always do 2? So you'd need, like, a weapon? I don't know, man. I don't know, sister. This is weird. We're in uncharted territory right now. I think we go sailors? No, we go ramen. We go ramen. Ramen's free. Okay, 10%, 1% for every 10 EXP rounded down. That's horrible. We do have the police station, though, so we can, like, kind of play around it, but it's like, we don't really want to play around it, because it's, like, you know, bad for us to play around it. Why did we get this twice in a row? That sucks, because it's like, oh, you want to take sanity damage, or do you want to take Doom? It's like, we gotta take the Doom. You gotta take the Doom. And so I guess what we're hoping for is that we get Blood Mania before we get into combat, which isn't exactly the easiest idea in our entire lives, but we can at least run away if we need to. Oh, wow. You know, you might think that Ayaka's mental health is pretty bad right now, and you'd be right. I cannot believe we're just gonna do nothing and then be like, we're gonna avoid small family restaurants. Don't do that, by the way. If you're gonna go to a restaurant, go to a family restaurant. Go to a small family restaurant. As long as it's not one that would end up on freaking Kitchen Nightmares, you're probably gonna have a pleasant experience. And even if it is one that ended up on Kitchen Nightmares, there were some really good ones that ended up on Kitchen Nightmares. Like that one lady who just, like, the restaurant was, like, her house, and she served, like, food on this massive platter, and Gordon was like, oh, what is this? And then he tried it, and he was like, oh, yo, for real, this is great. Gordon Ramsay doesn't speak like that, but the person who does the titling on all the Kitchen Nightmares official YouTube channel definitely does. A little coffee? A little coffee? Sure, why not? We're floor gaming. We're floor gaming. No combat, no combat, no combat, no combat, no combat, no combat. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. We win these. We win these. So, we're gonna take 8% Doom for fun. But, like, I need to level up, right? Like, I need to level up. That's not really something that we can play around, you know? We need... Sure. Why not? Why not? Why not? I'm not really... We need to go. We need to go get a perk from the history club. We need to get a perk from the history club, man. It's not looking too good. It's not looking too good, gamers. We need Blood Mania. And even then, Blood Mania is not even that good in our current situation. Do we just do Coma? We do Coma. We got the... I'm holding my head right now. I can't. Think fast, chuckle nuts. Come on. Come on. Oh my god. Okay, listen, I have a question. This is engagement bait. Please take it. How viable is a character who can just die for free? Like, every mystery you play, there's a chance that you are guaranteed to die until you get Eldritch Possession. You just have a chance. Like, okay, how can you rank a character on a tier list who, at the beginning of every run, you have a chance to instantly die with no counterplay? You can... Like, okay. Toshiaki, one of the biggest disadvantages of Toshiaki is that when you are playing him, and this is all Harbinger of Doom-centric, right? So I guess it doesn't really matter if you're playing on, like, True Believer or lower, right? Or easier? I don't know how would you say that? Lower difficulty? Lower difficulty, right? Because higher difficulty is usually harder? I'm thinking of that Kirby game where you, like, increase the number and, like, Kirby gets increasingly scarier. So on Harbinger of Doom, how do I rank a character? Because the thing about Toshiaki is when you go, if you are a level 1 Toshiaki, if you go to the other world, there is a 33% chance that you will instantly die with no counterplay. Unless you have, for some reason, some sort of stat bonus that can make you survive, right? But, like, just stock Toshiaki has a 33% chance to die every time you go to the Outworld. Outworld? Otherworld? Ayaka, this is a much smaller percent chance, but we double up on curses all the time, okay? We double up on curses so often. So the odds are low, the odds are low, the odds are low, the odds are low, the odds are low. It happens, though. How do you rank a character who has a chance to just die? Like, what? The counterplay to that is when we got our 1 level up for the run and we didn't see Eldritch Possession, the counterplay was to level Dexterity, a bad stat that we are not using. Because if we do not level Dexterity, is another thing that I want to check. There's another thing that I want to check. Because there's one that reduces Perception, right? How much Perception does she have? I want to see this. Show me the Perception stat. Show me the Perception stat. The game's over. The run's over. We're done. We're gone. We're done. We're gone. She starts with 3 Perception. So it is entirely possible that if you have an infected wound, you could also instantly die from 2 of the hallucination things. You could, like... I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so... Like, I... Also, can't we just get 2 hunger and die instantly as well? So there are 2 curses that if you get them, like, listen, like, obviously we're invoking comedic timing here, but nothing's gonna happen, so don't worry about it. You can just, like, if you get 2 hungers or 2 flashbacks, you instantly die without any counterplay, right? Or is hunger just 1? I think hunger is just 1. Hunger is just 1, right? I'm dumb. It's just flashbacks. But, like, Ayaka has... There are so many curses in this game that reduce stats now. And by that I mean I think there's like 3 or 4 of them. So it's not actually that much. It's like, what, 24, 23 curses in the game? Something like that. You can just take so many stat debuffs. And it doesn't matter when you get Eldritch Possession, but it's still really funny to just, like, instantly die, and of course it happened to me. So, you know, stay safe out there, have a good one. I still think Ayaka is S tier, but I think, like... I think she's, like, the lowest of S tier now. I just think Toshiaki's better. I just think Toshiaki's better. He's way more consistent, he's way better, he functions beautifully, minus 50% Doom is nuts. Like, game-breakingly nuts. Yeah, no, anyways, stay safe out there, have a good one, bye.